Cali không phải là thiên đàng cho người Việt mới qua Mỹ, nhưng là thiên đàng for Vietnamese people living abroad too. I live in Australia, and I used to live in California for 25 plus years until I married my husband. Mẹ với ba ở Cali, nhưng anh chị ở Minnesota. It's not often that we get together in California, and when I am back home in California, I want the authentic, real Vietnamese experience. I want to eat only Vietnamese food and experience only the best that Little Saigon has to offer. Mình muốn ăn những đồ ăn ngon nhất ở Little Saigon mà thôi.
Mẹ thích đi chơi, ăn uống thì từ từ. Lúc sáng này, hôm nay ăn bánh mì, thì mình chỉ nghĩ tới bánh mì thôi. Mình ăn xong bánh mì, mình nghĩ tối nay ăn phở, là chỉ nghĩ tới phở.
California is where the Vietnamese community is largest in America. Người Việt ở đây đông lắm. You feel it right away. H-Mart isn't Vietnamese, it's Asian, but when I walk in, I'm mesmerized. The food, the colors, the familiarity. This feeling doesn't exist in Sydney. I've lived in Sydney for 13 plus years, but part of me still thinks một ngày nào đó muốn ở Cali gần gia đình, cha mẹ, anh em. Here, even with the exchange rate, things feel easier, cheaper, prepared, abundant. It's culture made convenient, but convenience isn't everything. I work very hard because I'm afraid I couldn't afford this life. In Sydney, my experience is worth much more. I earn more there, enough that leaving feels impossible. And my husband, of course. For him, California is just a holiday, not home. Although he's Vietnamese, his roots don't pull him back the way mine do. So I sit with this feeling, comfort in distance, belonging in reality.
Original soybean pudding. $4. You want it for breakfast tomorrow? Yeah or no? Mấy này thích không? Đậu hũ đường gừng á.
The fish in California appears to be very fresh and much more affordable than the one in Sydney. If I was here, I would eat cá kho, cá rim, cá chiên, canh chua almost every single day. The pre-marinated sun bò đại han in Sydney costs about $55 a kilo or $25 per pound. Yet here it's $11 per pound, and even with the exchange rate, it's less than half. However, mẹ nói là chợ H-Mart mắc tiền. My sister and I are shocked. Nó chém bây giờ. Chợ H-Mart mà mắc tiền thì chắc con bị chém nhiều ở Sydney. Chợ này là chợ ABC ở Westminster thì quá rẻ. Being here transports me right back to when I was 9 years old, eating cá chiên, cá kho mua ở chợ ABC. Mẹ nói chợ ABC thì quá rẻ, ngon và tươi. Đi chợ mua trái cây, cá chiên, cá kho, canh chua. Chị hai trả 100 đồng, về mẹ chửi quá trời, nói tại sao thèm gì mà mắc quá. Nhưng mẹ không hiểu là người tiểu bang khác, nước khác thèm khát đồ ăn Việt Nam. I buy the worst pho in Sydney to go. It costs me about $20 and it tastes so bad. So when I go to chợ Việt Nam ở Cali, I want to buy everything. And so does my sister. Rau thơm, cá kho, catfish, which makes the best cá kho and canh chua, tôm hùm, cua. Sao cái gì cũng rẻ thế? I also went to Disneyland with my nieces and nephews. As a smart Vietnamese, I also bought some bánh mì thịt nguội ở trong Disneyland. There was a Mexican security guard who looked at all of our items, saw my husband's bánh mì thịt nguội and chả giò, and laughed. Did your wife ask you to bring this? Yes, my husband said. There's nothing wrong with bringing bánh mì thịt and chả giò in Disneyland. It's the Vietnamese way. 10 years ago, I would be ashamed. But now I think, who cares? Why does it matter what I do? A day in Disneyland in December cost $227. However, because of my friend, I was able to buy the ticket for about $100 USD. Food and parking costs $250 for all of us, slightly less because of the food we brought. Disneyland is truly paradise for kids and adults. I went from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m., and it still felt like I could do more. There's nothing like Disneyland in Sydney, much less anywhere else in the world. California is truly thiên đàng, not just for Vietnamese people, but for everyone.
Trời ơi! Mẹ ơi! Mẹ! Con nói mẹ cầm tay thằng này mà sao mẹ không cầm tay mẹ?
Em lấy mẫu đi. Lấy mẫu đi, rồi đây mình được sai.
You can buy an áo dài for $10, and it's good enough to wear to Tết đi ăn tiệc. Moreover, the drinks and chia here hit differently. My family go everywhere on bolsa that is tasty and ngon. Bacon chia Hien Khanh, đa viên cà phê, and my new favorite Viland coffee. This place is remarkable. Bacon chè is very good and tasty. I recommend the chè bơ, which is the chè Thai nhưng có bơ so the taste is creamy. You can also individualize the sweetness levels to your desired levels. So I always get easy sweet or 30% sugar. This place is always crowded, even on rainy days on Bolsa. The line is out the door for $8, a cup of chè, but boy is it worth it. If you don't like bacon chè, you can always go to the original, which is chè Hien Khanh. The khoai mì here, the chè Thai here is also remarkably very good. Or you can just listen to my mom and see what her recommendations are.
Ở đây chỉ có mấy tiệm thôi, nổi tiếng là đông nữa, nhiều động ế thấy bạn.
Theo mẹ.
Mấy tiệm chẳng hạn như nhá phở Hồ Lích, ốc lẩu, rồi.
My Vietnamese family and I really like going to the swap meet. This is the one at Golden West College.
Chưa đi hay chưa rồi mẹ?
Biết được rồi.
Ủa mẹ trả mẹ đã ha?
Chú rồ.
Chưa rồi. Chưa rồi.
Rồi chị kêu rồi nha, 3 cây đúng không? Rồi em kêu.
Bà smart. She gave birth to me, so she must be smart. Bây giờ mẹ tơi ra rồi, không muốn ra. Tơi ra rồi.
I love being Vietnamese, the Vietnamese culture, and being back in California. I'm living life to the fullest.
Ăn riết, bất cứ gì mà ăn riết mình ngán.
Ôi ngán mà mập.
Mập.
Truer words have never been uttered. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my video to help me on this journey.